bright idea.
I do, man. If I didn't have a backpack, I'd go inside.
Been here all night?
I know, but I have a backpack, so I can't go in. Next time I won't bring anything baggage. It won't be next time.
I'll get them back to you.
That's a nice bag.
When did you guys line up? 6? 6? Okay.
brought in the damn porch chair.
Right here, guys. Right here. Let's go. Let's go.
How much?
$20 right here. You get made in America, bro. You can't find these anywhere unless you come to United States of America.
Here, I want
Right here. No worries. Deliver from Hawaii, bro. I took the canoe all the way from Hawaii just for you. Okay? One more. Come on. One for the ex-girlfriend. You don't want to get one for the ex-girlfriend? All right. Let's go.
All day. We outside.
$20 made in America right here. You can't find this anywhere unless you come to America through the cake. Come through the door, you can get this $20 right here. How about that? I came all the way to Hawaii. I took the canoe, man, to bring this over here, bro. It took me 7 years, but I'm here now. Come on, let's go. Right here, guys. You can buy for your friend if you not show up. You didn't make it today. Go, $20 right here. Go.
Wherever it was from. I guess for you as a Trump supporter, the world is watching, you get all the areas watching, just talking Cali and stuff. What's the message from the world? What is the message you want?
You come through the hula left and through at the same time. Let's move those hips. Let's warm it up. Looking good or not? Looking good, my brother.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Right here. Let's go. Right here, man. You can't find these anywhere. Buy it for your friend that cannot come. Can you hear that sound? Made in America. Can you hear that? Yeah. But delivered from Hawaii from the good-looking guy. Hello. Let's go. Right here, $20 right here. Official tag for Inauguration Day. Let's go. Yeah, that's smart. Can you imagine if you have this tag right there on your neck? Oh, that'll look good, man. See the inauguration on the top? See that? Right on the top with that picture right there. Woo-hoo! And then 20 years from now, it's going to be your picture. Yeah, what are we making? Go for it. You can do it. Anything. You can do anything. Come on, let's go. $20. Nobody's going to take it? No. Where's your tie? Where's your thing? Go.
So I gotta make the wrong deal.
You made the wrong deal, man. This is a real deal right here. $20. Go.
I thought you said 5.
That's the one from China. This is in America. The one from China is $5. In America, feel that? Made in America, bro. I know. You can pick it up. It's going to be cheaper. You know well. Maybe replace it with something else. Let's go. Right here.
Ground food.
That's what they have.
Right here.
You can't get it.
Right here, boys. The real deal right here. Let's go. Let's go.
I know.
Go hard. Let's get it official.
There's lawn patio for it. Get me inside.
We're always happy, man. Why can't the other side get along? Why can't they get a conversation, right? They don't want to. They don't want to talk.
Military back.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
But like they, now this when you find out what's going on.
So right there, guys. Let's go. Attack right here. Dude, how many people fit in there? Millions? Let's go. Come on, let's go.
They're all sealed up, man.
Melekilikimaka, everybody. Yes. You don't know what it means that we're happy people. Let's go. Let's get it official, man. Let's get this tag going. Inauguration tag right here. Let's go. You can get it for your friend. Woohoo! Hell yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Hawaii, Maui no koe. Let's go, brother. Good. Yes.
Going off. What time did you guys line up? What time did you line up here? What time? Okay.
Save TikTok.
It's the cheapest album, I can tell you. I said, he's going to get double better. Pictures on that? Yes. Yeah, just come here. Yeah.
If you want to take a photo, it's
So, you have your number? You can call my phone.
No, because I want you to be done. So we can take a photo.
Yours. the president's here?
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. I just got back 2 days ago. All right, thank you so much.
Qu'il est tombé dans la chambre pendant
USA! My friend, look at me. Stay there. Thank you.
Keep up with them. Come on, guys, let's go. Let's go. Right here, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
What time did you get here? 12:30. No. What's the message of Fauci?
He also
Go to hell! Go to hell.
Thanks for ruining America.
That dude.
Why would you have
Can
to
you
pardon
imagine
him
that? Can you
if he's
believe
not
that?
guilty? Why would you have to pardon him if he's not guilty?
Yeah, that's
right. What's your first name, sir?
Mark Saunders.
Where are you from?
Virginia.
All right, thank you.
Sir, they pardoned him, man. You believe that?
He's guilty. Really?
Yes. Yes. And it's like, but he's pardoned him, but he's going to testify, though. He's still going to testify. Come on, let's go, let's go. Woohoo! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Right here, guys, right here.
I did hear that.
Do you have a reaction?
He's guilty.
Where are you from?
South Carolina.
First name?
William.
Thank you. How you all doing? Georgia. Did you hear the Biden pardon Fauci? What's your message to Biden?
Get a booster. Get a booster.
Where are you from, sir?
New Jersey.
What's your first name?
Connor.
What
How did you guys get out here today?
5 o'clock. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad.
Almost in, right?
All right. I just watched NASCAR. Excited about your time.
Right here. Go, go.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just 2025.
Let's go, let's go. This one right here. Come on, crucial. I wish, man. I work for that guy. If I made in America, man, you're never gonna find one like this. Come on. Let's go, let's go.
I did hear that.
Made in America. Let's go. Let's go.
Better be careful. That park tower.
George. Thanks so much. Where are you from? All right. What's your first name?
Right here, guys. Let's go. Official tag right here. Inauguration tag right here. Let's go. Let's go. Official tack right here. Let's go. All right. Yeah. The kids will remember this forever. Forever. $20, let's go. Right here.
No, not that. Crazy. Crazy. Yes,
$20. Right here.
Shocked.
Okay, I'm in the cuts.
Does he know he did it?
Go. Yeah, he did it. Daily Mail. Daily Mail in the house. Super news. Here you go.
3 bags.
Let's go.
3 bags.
Horrible news. Worst thing I've heard all day.
So look at all this stuff that people brought that they can't take in.
Right here, guys. Let's go. The first one. Make it happen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right here. Made in America, guys. This is it. $20 right here. Make it official. Let's go. Let's go.
Fair enough.
Go.
But look at all this abandoned stuff, all this contraband.
I mean, you bring it in and it's like,
All right, folks.
you know,
Let's go.
it's
Let's
here
go.
purely so you can, yeah, these here crack. Rot.
You guys don't want to leave your bags right
Right
But these
here.
guys are doing facial recognition up here.
Go. Let's go.
Law enforcement, yeah. At least some of them are cops doing facial recognition. I think that's.
Yeah, I thought you were
Well, people have been coming.
That's so awesome. Do you live there right now? Okay, okay.
51? Come on.
Well, I'm trying to talk to Mr. Bennett. He'd be interested in
you go. Review book ECD.
I've asked him, so I've asked him again.
Thanks. Really appreciate you, sir. No. They have in the past. They did last year. I tried to. Yeah. Well, as we know, it's tough to judge the passenger side. It's easier to judge the driver's side. Hopefully it's dry.
এর পাশাপাশি
Probably just Senate leadership. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, former Senate Majority Leader, the Honorable Mitch McConnell, accompanied by the Honorable Elaine Chao.
Oh yeah. Work smart, not hard.
Super good to see you. Good to see you. Who's this guy you Your next door
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah.
Well, that seems to be history now. Biden and his wife having tea in the White House with Trump and his wife Melania. You just saw the limousine taking them to the U.S. Capitol, where Trump will take the oath of office as he starts his second term as president. We have team coverage of this historic day. Our correspondents are standing by at the U.S. Capitol and also inside the Capital One Arena. That is where the public is gathered to watch the ceremony. They were supposed to be outside, but Trump's team decided to move the ceremony indoors due to the cold weather there in Washington. And the last time that happened was back in January 1985 when Ronald Reagan began his second term. It's good to have you with us and here in the studio to help us understand what we're looking at today. And there's a lot to sift through. I'm joined by DW's Chief International Editor, Richard Walker, and beside him, Rachel Tausenfreund. She's from the German Council on Foreign Relations. To both of you, welcome. So let's just talk about what the world can expect. We know that, I was going to say, from Canada to Kyiv to Jerusalem to the internet, we're already seeing the impact of the second Trump presidency.
Yeah, that's right. And I was just this afternoon at an event where the German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock was holding a speech which was supposed to be all about China and how Germany has kind of revamped its China policy over the last 4 years. But a lot of the discussion, a lot of the talk was really about Donald Trump and how he's going to play into the future of Germany, but also, you know, he kind of becomes a factor in just about...
Last time Donald Trump was president, there wasn't, you know, a massive active war on the European continent. And so dealing with an unpredictable, maybe disruptive U.S. president is a lot more serious when you have a war.
Yeah, that's a very good point. We want to go now live to the White House. I'm told that our correspondent, Janelle Dumoulin, is joining us. There you are, Janelle. So, Janelle, talk us through, what do we know so far about this meeting for tea inside the White House?
Indeed. So what you might be seeing behind me is the motorcade waiting to get underway. They're waiting for both first couples, the incoming and the outgoing, to come out. But we know that when they first greeted each other, Joe Biden greeted Donald Trump with the words "Welcome home," which I guess is a pretty gracious, considering that they had spent months hurling insults at each other on the campaign trail. Now they're seated inside for a tea. And we don't really know what they're saying inside that room exactly. But you can imagine that it's not the most comfortable of encounters. Donald Trump once again took the opportunity to lash out at Joe Biden last night, calling his presidency disastrous. Joe Biden, of course, had his own fair share of choice words for Trump earlier on, saying that he was a threat to democracy. You also pointed out in your intro that these are courtesies that are ongoing, but they were not courtesies that were extended to the Bidens when Donald Trump was leaving office and Joe Biden was coming in 4 years ago. Now, after this, of course, they're all expected to travel in the same vehicle headed to the Capitol. And one can only imagine that the awkwardness may continue, or who knows, they may have fostered a detente, but that seems to be rather unlikely.
Janelle, I mean, we'd love to be a fly on the wall there inside the White House because just before this tea began, we got word that the president had issued more pardons, including for Dr. Fauci, who we know was connected with the American plan to fight the last pandemic, and also to members of the congressional committee that oversaw the investigation that led to the impeachment of Donald Trump.
Indeed, we did. And, you know, we cannot overstate how much of a giant exercise of presidential power this is, exercising preemptive pardons, obviously, for Dr. Anthony Fauci, who was, of course, the face of the administration's COVID response during the pandemic, for General Mark Milley, who was the chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Now, Joe Biden, in justifying this decision, said that these were exceptional circumstances and that he could not simply stand by and allow these people who Trump might consider his enemies and might go after when he becomes president, to allow them to stay unprotected. So this is something that is extraordinary indeed, and perhaps a sign of things to come in the Trump administration, and what people feel. What Joe Biden feels has to be done in order to protect these people from the Trump administration.
Okay, DW's Janelle Jubilau there standing outside of the White House, and it looks like it's cold, and I guess that's why everyone else is indoors today. Lucky you, Janelle. Janelle, thank you very much. Yeah, and we're going to keep our cameras there on. That's the doors that we're expecting the first family.
He's going to do 100 executive orders, and I don't know. It feels like this is becoming, a spectacle.
Biden said the same thing 4 years ago today.
So yeah. I've got in front of me here the executive order that Biden issued on the 20th of January, 2021, where he said we're going to stop money going to the construction of the border wall. And it's almost like there's a sort of a ping pong now. It's like, okay, I'm going to executive order to protect these people from you, and then I'm going to undo your things with this. And I guess this is the reality now. You have a kind of a US politics lurching at the moment. It's a yo-yo between between extremes, right? You had Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump.
Right.
And I think, it can kind of come across as slightly sort of laughable in some ways, kind of this sort of ping pong of the executive order.
It's like it's the extremes that you're talking about.
But also it does mean that the US starts to look like a country that is just kind of lurching and unstable. And I think that is, as a message to the world, to American allies, that is something that is disquieting, because they think, okay, we just don't know where the US is at right now. We can't count on them.
You have some people who would look at this and say that you're finally getting decisive action that's coming from, for example, we've got a report saying that as soon as he is inaugurated, the new president is going to declare a state of emergency along the U.S.-Mexican border. So that's going, Rachel, that type of move is something that here, for example, here in Germany, where immigration is a hot topic, would still be out of the question.
Yeah, as Richard was saying, it's dysfunctional, because what actually should happen is that Congress should agree on stable laws that are somehow bipartisan, that can withstand one administration to deal with, for example, the border issue. There was also a law that could have been passed, some would say should have been passed, that had some bipartisan support. But in the end, that got blocked. And so you have basically a president ruling by executive order, because you have a legislature that's not doing its job.
That seems to be even more dysfunctional.
Yeah.
We're looking at these live pictures right now that there is the beast that's heading to the U.S. Capitol. And we heard some people cheering, but that's it. There isn't going to be a parade, for example, that there usually is after the inauguration. The ceremony is not going to be outside. And we've been told this because of the cold weather, but we know that when we're talking about Donald Trump, crowds, or the perception of crowd size, that's important, isn't it?
It certainly was the first time around, right? That was, one of the first embarrassing dramas of the Trump administration the first time is that the speaker for the president had to, make up facts about the crowd size at the inauguration, despite, ample evidence that what he was saying wasn't true. And so maybe to avoid that kind of, slip up in the beginning, or maybe because of the cold, one doesn't know, but crowd size has been a consistent topic for Trump.
We should stress that it's not like it's never happened before. Yeah, Reagan was sworn in for his second term inside the Capitol building. So of course, people are kind of having fun speculating that it's really about crowd size. But I think, it's minus 5 degrees centigrade during the day. That's pretty cold.
That's pretty cold, and it's pretty cold for Washington, D.C., right? In, Michigan, Wisconsin, you might have a different idea.
And I will say, too, to be fair, the National Weather Service did issue a winter weather advisory this morning that said that any skin exposed to the cold risks frostbite. And that's serious. So it's probably best to bring it inside.
And you've got not just Trump, but you've got, kind of a huge swathe of the American gerontocracy.
Yes, yes.
Is up there.
By which you mean the government.
By which you mean the government. We see how
Right.
old, of course, Biden, the departing president, the oldest president ever to hold office. Trump will now be even older because he's entering at an older age. But yeah, I mean, it's a kind of reality of U.S. politics. A lot of the people at the top of it in recent years have been 80 plus. And
that doesn't look set to change anytime soon.
No, it does not.
Well, I mean, obviously you have J.D. Vance coming into the vice presidency at the age of 40. I mean, that's definitely a generational kind of shift. But yeah, in the U.S. Senate, Chuck Schumer for the Democrats is still the leading Democrat in the U.S. Senate. I don't have his age in front of me, but yeah, I mean, he's no spring chicken.
And they may not be spring chickens, but there is this fear among the gerontocracy that Donald Trump, once he is back in power, that he's going to seek revenge for what has happened for the past 4 years. So these are going to be some cantankerous curmudgeons in power, if you will. But how real is this fear? I mean, we saw the presidential pardons that were announced earlier this morning for Dr. Fauci, for members of the congressional committee that investigated then President Donald Trump. I mean, how realistic would it be that the U.S. Justice Department under President Trump would actually go after someone like Dr. Fauci?
I mean, it's quite possible.
Yeah, you really can't rule it out. With the nominations that Trump's made for FBI with Kash Patel and with Bondi, I mean, these are loyalists. These are not people who care. Pam Bondi for justice. These are not figures who care about sort of standard Washington norms. These are absolutely people who are loyal to Trump and who would be willing to do things that might be considered shocking. So that we know. Whether they would really do that, it's all speculation.
How much political capital would Trump win? I mean, we know, first of all, this is his second and final term in office. A president who usually is inaugurated for a second time is considered a lame duck president. Yeah. So that's another question. Is Donald Trump a lame duck president coming into this presidency?
Well, I don't think you can say it just yet, but he will be quite soon.
You mean with the midterms?
He's pretty much at the peak of his powers at the moment. And you see that he has enormous sway.
Yeah.
You see his sway over the tech industry, with the tech CEOs lining up to take part in this inauguration today, many of them making substantial donations as well. You see his sway in the Middle East over the Israeli government and over the situation there, that it's clear that he at least had a hand in achieving that ceasefire and hostage release agreement. So you certainly see a president coming in at kind of at the peak of his powers. I mean, he scored a significantly better election victory than he did the first time around. I mean, he's selling it as a landslide, which I think is an exaggeration, because he was, in terms of percentages, just 1.5 percentage points ahead of Kamala Harris, and just nudged under 50% in the latest tallies that I saw. So I think, but it's normal for an election winner to try to hype up their election win. But I think the question on things like, will he really go after his enemies? I mean, from his point of view, the whole Justice Department went after him.
He just said it was weaponized.
He said, he feels that the weaponization of justice has already happened, and I'm just going to have my revenge for that, right? But what we don't know is whether that's really going to be the animating kind of spirit of his second administration, or whether he feels like he's been justified, he's been vindicated in so many things, and he's feeling more magnanimous. And, what we're hearing about his speech is that it will be, more of a unity speech, not as negative as the last one. But, yeah, it's too early to say. But it's an interesting move by Biden, and part of this, this kind of ping pong of like protections and undoing each other's actions, or even preemptively undoing.
Right, which is what we saw with the pardons. Let's go now to the U.S. Capitol. I understand that's where our Washington Bureau Chief Ines Pohl is standing by. She's also braving the cold forest. Ines, can you hear us? There she is.
I can hear you guys at the warm table, and I just wanted to let you... Folks, I just wanted to let you know